Hey guys, welcome back. So we're about a month or so removed from all those videos about the garden here. I thought it'd be a good day to give you a little update on where we are and show you some of the change that I had to make the system work for us. All right, so stay tuned. So hey guys, so 28 days removed, we have a few crops going right now. All right, so let me start by showing you some of the crop here. So see this nice salad here, that's 28 days old. We have some really good root system going on here. So these are 28, these are 21. When we go over here, those are 14, those are 7. All right, so that's kind of the pattern that I'm trying to get here. So you know, look at that, really nice roots going on this one. All right, so system is working great. All right, some of the changes that I had to make for it to it. All right, so I don't know if you can see how this is now a little lip that used to be straight. All right, so what I did, I had to take a heat gun, you know, one of those supercharged air dryer, you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, gently heated the bottom and just bent it with some gloves. Now the reason I did that is because when the flow got a little bit low, the water would just cling and drip back. Okay, not ideal. You don't want that because you lose a lot of you know, nutrient solution and all that. So that's the first change I made to this system, is put a lip on every single one of the trough there. All right, the other change I made is at the end here. I added this down spigot. All right, because for the same reason I was talking about earlier, the water, if you know, especially with that one which is a little closer to the end here, the water would just kind of pool a little bit, not a lot, but just enough so that it would start dripping out. So by putting the spigot down, you know, it's holding it you know, inside the trough, and we have some, you know, we have good growth going on here. What else did I do here? That is about it for this system. Let's look at the tomatoes now. The tomatoes are doing awesome. You know, because you think about it, these babies are really babies still. They're only a few weeks old, you know, and they've already tripled in size. I mean, if you look at this big one over here, all right, this one is doing its thing, and you know, so we're gonna have to get this shelf off really soon, which it will be off very soon, because that's just holding some of the plants that we're trying to harden here. Okay, and obviously all those spots will go away as well, so the tomato will just grow on this trellis in the back, and that'll be perfect for them. All right, for those who speak French, you just understood what she said. All right, so this is an update, and we have a special guest today. My lovely bride is going to take us through everything. I'm just the muscle. She's actually the brain and the gardener. So we're going to walk together, and you're going to tell us what's going on. All right.
Well, I guess the first thing everybody's going to notice is that I have a full-time job, and hardening is just not a word that I use. So we just planted our marigolds. I like to call it a force field in good Star Wars fashion for rabbits. It's a rabbit.
Just so that everybody knows, that is the better force field, a mechanical one. But okay, yeah, no, they actually dislike the smell, so good.
All right.
So what do we have in this?
So we have cabbage, and I seeded it there because it looks less ragged, and it's better in the other pot.
So the other pot would be across the aisle from it. Right, so two of them. Okay.
That's the entrance to our garden. And then we seeded finally a few things, but you can see Patrice just went through the radishes, and now we have some cucumbers.
Where?
We have cucumbers.
The two mounds?
Just about the two mounds that you see here that are going to come out there. Oh yeah, over there. And then I have some lettuce that we see in a row. We have some Walla Walla onions. Some dill that really was shocked, and finally we have some pickling cucumbers, and just to add
Shock dill.
just to add to the nice arbor, some morning glory that we really like. It's a deep dark maroon color. And then on the other side we seeded very early on some radishes. We've been fighting those stupid squirrel with Henry that you saw in a previous. And then we have our peas.
Henry.
And then we have our peas. And behind it we finally transplanted the basil and also the thyme and the parsley. We have two types. We have the curly one and the flat one because we garden and we eat, so we cook. And then finally, right about at the arbor, we have a spaghetti squash that last year did great elsewhere, so we're hoping that it's going to produce for us and actually lay into the middle of the aisle. And then we have some zucchini, which is Black Beauty. Many people know about Black Beauty. Yeah. And then we had a story here. We have some kale. So we have some kale coming up. And we also have two types of them. We like kale. We like kale cold and we like it cooked. We also reseeded the bush beans. I love yellow beans. Sorry, must be a Canadian thing. And then we found a sweet 100 tomato, and so we sacrificed the bed that was supposed to be corn, but we decided that corn is going to start there, but corn is also going to be in the garlic bed when the garlic bed is harvested.
There's no sacrifice there because nobody was there when the killing was done.
Then here we're very excited because we have all our haricots verts. This is really nice. These are long green beans and they all sprouted. There's just a few. This is something Patrice doesn't like to prepare when he cooks, but I'm hoping that having them fresh is going to be nice. We have oregano because oregano is going to be a nice drip around the whole bed. Then we have.
So that goes with the video that we talked about, the vegetable garden not being boring. You can have some creativity in how you plant things so that they look good.
Then we have some white scallions for just added interest.
Added interest in food.
And then we have some butter crunch, and butter crunch is seated here in a pattern that you can't quite see yet, but when it's all up, it's going to all make sense. It looks like Harlequin. And then the next quadrant here actually had to be rethought because these are eggplants. We love
Look at
eggplants,
that.
But we bought
Little
at
broccoli.
the school where I teach some broccoli, so we're sharing space. Then we have some snap peas, which I love. And then again, we have some sort of design with red lettuce and some spinach going across. It's actually looking okay, but we had issues with...
It's supposed to be a rosette with a little green thing in the middle. Little rosette. You see it clearly here. Little rosette with the little green in the middle.
but we had issues with the...
Yeah, Henry didn't do his job that day.
And then we have some sunflower that are about 12-inch tall that have been seeded.
Those would be the little mounds over there.
And then right to your left, we finally put in the pots some peppers. And so we have a variety.
This one looks sad.
Yeah, we have a variety of peppers, and I'm not sure what's gonna happen. This is the cherry stuffer. This is one that we really like. The next over, which is gray, is actually the jalapenos.
Yep.
And then moving to the next bed, we have some strawberries and catmint. We have 2 cats, and strawberries is just my favorite. Then we have some beets. We love Kyoga beets for their patterns.
Weeds!
We also have some leeks, and in the way back we have chocolate sunflower that have been seeded as well. We have some Danvers carrots and Nantes, and they're just coming up. And we have tarragon, and we chose Mexican because it holds up way better to the heat. And then we have a very sad lot, and that is Walla Wallas and Zebrune shallots. The Walla Wallas clearly have seen better days. I think they succumbed to too much water and cold. Zebrune are doing kind of okay. Then we have a mixed border of both spices or herbs that we both like. We have some rosemary and some sage. Looking into the pot here, we have Long Tall Sally, which we both love. Those are really nice peppers that are sort of a lighter green, mild, but just a different taste. And then we have scallions all around. And then
talk about these. Why don't you talk about these flowers over here?
These have to be planted. They're hardening outside right now, but most of them have been started from seeds. I have some begonia that I didn't start. They just need to find a home right now here. Now, this bed that we're going to go into has 2 different colored strawberries, a white and a red one. They are proven winners. And then this is our pride and joy, the garlic bed.
For now.
We just we started that.
Oh.
This is funny because...
Can you talk about those 2 chairs there? What are they doing there?
Well, you see, we love being here.
This is a nice spot to enjoy.
We just love the sun. We love the shade when it's time. We also love to look at our hard work, and everything just looks so happy. So, yeah.
All right, garlic. Oh,
so garlic, and then
Mark's gonna lose his...
So this is supposed to be habanero, but I guess it died. So this is now a ghost pepper.
Yeah, so the habanero got replaced with its ghost counterpart.
There are some habanero seeds
Okay.
around it, so I'm hoping that maybe we might have a second one.
We will
It's
see.
a pretty big pot, and then we have a pink strawberry thing. And then
This
in
is unseeded over there. That's supposed to be corn when the weather gets to 60-degree bed temperature. Yeah.
And then in this pot right here, this is the first attempt at celery, which is looking really good, and some scallions, and they are in a design of a pie shape.
All right. Let's
then we-
look at the elephant in the room.
We have the garden tower. So Patrice finally put water to it, and I gotta say this is pretty genius. It looks like a little bit of a shower.
I'm a genius, she says. Remember that, people. That was recorded right here.
We have purple tip turnips, which are a favorite on Cape Cod, and we also have gourmet beets, which are going to be gold and orange and purple to complement the Kyoga that we saw earlier. And the very sad things that you see on the top are some hardening off zinnias that are not doing so hot.
They've been ardent.
We also have some romaine lettuce that should be peeking through. Romaine lettuce has been doing really good for us, and we just love it. And it's a daily staple, so this is something that we usually replace as we go.
Yeah, so the reason this is kind of nice, that watering system, is that the tower can rotate. Okay, and the problem with the rotating tower is that if you put water in a dripping system that has to obviously go in, this is not an issue. All right, where are we now? Oh, are we doing the gnome garden? This is the gnome garden. The reason we're calling it the gnome garden is because there's so much little things that go on here that we try to make look good. Like a little Christmas tree for gnome here. And stuff. So come on, Sylvie, come tell me. Go.
Okay, so you might notice some garbage bags. Those are weed suppressant, and they're covered with mulch. And in
Not
here,
right now because we're early in the season. Another 6-7 yards of mulch is coming our way soon. Oh, yeah. So you see. Oh my God, those little things are freaking gnomes.
Okay, so years and years ago, before having a full-time job, I had a full-time gardening passion, and
you still have a full-time gardening passion. You just don't have the time to full-time garden.
Yeah, but it got destroyed in the 2019 tornado, and this is one of the remnants.
Pictures above.
And this is shade garden. Now, I've been following Laura and Aaron on YouTube, and
Garden Answer, they're awesome.
I figured that if I didn't love something, I could move things, and so this is the result. So when the trees died in 2019, my younger son and I moved giant hostas that were already adult hostas, and we thought, well, they might survive, and we see here that they did absolutely great.
They thrived with an H, which I have a hard time pronouncing.
And there's also some astilbe and some irises, and you're probably seeing some bulbs here and there, some lamium, some brunera. Again, this is an evolving thing, but it's at this point where we enjoy being here, and we enjoy the look of it. And as the season grows, the hostas are going to cover this whole area. We just put a pot there with some annuals that might actually move, and you're seeing that some coleus need to be planted in the ground, probably not in the space where they are right now, but we just early on we put some hostas with the white borders to complement the other ones, and we also have some heath that you see in the front that has the early pink leaf that are going to green up and variegated in very, very soon. And you see, this is also where I keep what I really love. Those are columbine that I've had for years that were moved from a different location, and they're just very, very happy. I'm also hoping right next to the foundation that we'll have some bluebells. Last year they were just about to bloom, but rabbits got to it. So this year we did a thing. This is a thing we did. We placed a different force field, a chicken wire fence.
Remember, the mechanical force field works better than the force for now, because we're just too young to understand the force.
And it also provides some protection to the stuff that Patrice can step on.
Well, if the gnome hadn't put that there, we wouldn't be okay.
Which they are here because they actually get much bigger than the tag says. And then we have a mixed border right here. We're hoping that the fig is going to do well. We have some coreopsis.
Those are the two sorry looking branches there.
They have some swollen buds. And then we have some coreopsis. The pot is actually chives. It's been seeded and it's just peeking through right now, and I'm very excited because it's going to live in the garden. It's there now just because. And then we have a dusty pink grass, and then we have some.
You have to take her word for that.
Daylilies. No, it's there.
It's gonna be in the. It's gonna be in an update.
Some daylilies coming up. Some really pretty fuchsia purple phlox, and then the deutzia. You probably are seeing some of the blooms are just ready to pop. They have these buds almost every branch right at the bottom. And then we have our cute little dappled willow. It's so pretty.
It looks so dappled.
So cute. Anyway, this is really hard to find, and it's really hard to survive as well. And then more of the same daylilies, some ilex in the back, so that eventually when they grow and no rabbits eat them, they should be about 5 foot tall. And then agastaki or agastache in French. They're going to be purple and orange. Agastaki right about there. And then we have an amazing cute azalea that's just about to burst.
Explode.
More agastaki. Again, this is a drift. We have another fountain grass. This one is not dusty pink though. This one is just vanilla color.
To go with the
vanilla ice.
Vanilla
sunflower.
ice baby. Don 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 don.
And then we have a drift of phlox. These phlox should be pink with a purple eye.
What's that thing in the back there?
That is a climbing hydrangea. And it's been there for 25 years.
For a long time.
And this was seeded. So this is from seed, and it's been trimmed so many times. And then we have a new peony that is actually going to be also in the fuchsia color anyway. Should have some pink stuff. I indicated with a bamboo stake here. I have some dahlias. I do have some way back over there, but it's okay. Going to the left here, I seeded a bunch of different things, but what seems to not be really growing, they're just babies, and they're just peeking through right now. Some Gaillardia and Coreopsis, and they're going to complement these daylilies coming up right here. The not so hot looking zinnias in the back, with more dahlias that should be coming up.
Remember the sisters on the tower over there. Alright. Came from the same place, same hardening. They just don't like the outside. They want to be interior cat people.
And then a very dark blue salvia should be really nice coming up too.
That's the sound of we forgot a piece in our tour. Potatoes. Yeah, so we're growing the potatoes in bags. We've been doing that for a few years just because we don't have to worry about the potato leaving one behind, and all of a sudden we're like, oh my god, they're coming back up. So right now, well, we kind of realize that potatoes need to be topped. And this is the topping action going on. We might have something funny going on, but that's okay. That's why we're on YouTube. Entertainment, baby. All right, so basically that's why the bags are so low in the ground. So they were planted at a certain depth so that we could top them off as they come up, right? So that they can grow more
Tomorrow.
potato.
Yeah, so that's the garden. Hope you liked it. See you in the next one. Bye.